Hello and welcome to another episode of Scartified Engineering. I'm Splutis, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with all my different projects. In today's super episode, we will be focusing on the press and the bushings 2 per rear wheel that I need to remove. I managed to remove basically half of the spherical one, so not really a bushing, more a joint. So I have brought some sockets that I'm not too afraid to damage, that I will be using. I will just see that I can find a size that works fine with this, and then I can press it out. And yeah, I guess we will start from there. And well, I've been using actual sand for sandblasting the few times, and it's not really that good. So currently in the sandblasting cabinet there is this aluminum blah 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 thingy for sandblasting, which is much better. So if I go over the parts just a quick round with that, I think I should have a surface that's ready for painting. So yeah, anyway, let's get started on the bushings and see if we can remove them. So here we have the rear spindles or spindle hubs, and we have 1, 2, 3.5 bushing to remove. So here we have the old sockets. This is my first set that I got about 20 years ago. So if we take this one, it's too big. 24 millimeters. I think that one should work. Too small for that one. But let's see on this one. I think this will work. If we have a look on the inside, we see that it's perfect in diameter. Might be a bit tight. We will see. Maybe we can push it like this. Or this one. No. Yep. And also I took out the drills because we need to remove this one. So in case it works well with the bushings, then we can move on to this screw. So we will place this side down and then drill it from behind. And we have here a hole that we can use as use it for centering, so something like this. But yeah, that should work. So let's get to pressing. So as you can see, the bushing or the outer sleeve of the bushing is starting to move out, but the pipe I had was too small. So you can see the marking right next to my thumb. So I will see if I can find something else or make this one bigger. Shouldn't be a problem with this bushing though. But yeah, I'll be back. Now, so I guess this will get the second life, as it works fine, sort of. This is the inner sleeve for the rear wheel bearing that I'm anyway replacing, so might as well reuse it for something good. So I can use this one, and it's almost correct height, maybe a millimeter or two off, but I will try it. So that worked great, and I was even able to remove the socket without any tools. The final bit of the bushing, I will take a punch and punch it out. But now I will do the same on this one. The difference now is that we have this sleeve in the middle, so I'm not really sure what will happen. We will have to see. It will anyway be too long for this to use as a support, so we will see. Let's try. So that worked quite nicely. 1, 2, are out. The first one, which came out in 2 pieces. The second one, which came out rather nicely. We do have some scuff marks on the rubber, so I think I will repurpose this 27mm and put it up in the lathe. Because if you look here, it's not much that I need to take off on the inside diameter in order for it to go over this rubber boot, so that I only push on this sleeve. So I will do that, and I will still be able to use this one, but it's not quite very common to use 27mm for anything besides this. When I was banging out this bushing, the seal came off, Um, yeah, so I guess it's also time to remove the wheel bearings. But first, these two bushings. So all four bushings are out, and I could repurpose this sleeve, for example, but I guess this material is harder than my socket. Otherwise I could put this in the lathe and take down a bit of the diameter, and then, because it's already quite close, and maybe I can do the same with these. I guess the rubber is old and brittle, so perhaps I can even sort of do something like this, and then this, or take a smaller socket and push the rubber out. We will see. But let's move on to this screw and drill it out. this is what's left of the screw that broke off, meaning we still have threads in that hole, so that's nice. Let me try it with the screw. So I was able to get the screw in, but it's a little bit tight, so I will run a tap through it, also clean up the remaining rust. But I guess we can move on to removing these nice and sandy wheel bearings. So I will get the plier for these locking rings, and then we can see if we can manage to find something to push them out with. So I've been cleaning this wheel bearing quite a bit, so no more grease and dirt, but the other bearing races here, or not race but balls, these can be removed. So I removed it and then cleaned it, but then we need to put it back like so, and then we can push on this, as this is a piece of the upright. So we can't push here, we need to push on this. And as long as we apply an even force, the ball bearing will spread out the force, and hopefully we get the wheel bearing out. The other one is looking a bit nasty, so I will show you how I cleaned it with the GoPro. So now the second upright or wheel bearing is clean, at least clean enough. And the other one, the first one, is already prepared. So basically I will take this, put it here, so that it seems to be centered, and then push on it. And we will see what happens. Hopefully it will just pop out. Vad sa du nu? Man kanske ska bli motorbyggare. Ja, du har lite kvar att göra, men visst. Just to show you how easy it is to push out the wheel bearing, I have just made contact with the press. So we're increasing tension. And there we go. Now it starts to move. So less force than with the bushings. You see that it's barely, well, it's just about 5 tons on this measurement, but I'm not sure if it's accurate. But compared to when I did the bushings, we went up to 10 something. And now it starts to increase, and that's because we have pushed the wheel bearing as far as we can go. So now, since I've made the initial move, the force to push it out completely is the force required to push it out completely is much less. So I think I will be able to have something just supporting these mounting ears, and then I can push it out. We will see. And just a quick look, here is the first one I did, and this is what it looks like on the other side. The bearing can't go anywhere. We need a few more centimeters. So again, since the GoPro died, the battery, let me show you how easy it is to push the remaining bearing out. Yeah, you can see that it's opening up, and let's see if we can. Yeah, you see the bearing there. And there it goes. 2 wheel bearings and 4 bushings. That's a big win for today. So I feel that I shouldn't push it anymore. The wins of today are far too many than what I usually have. So I will end while I'm ahead, very much ahead, and go home and take evening. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.